What does it mean to be living your creative truth? Because I've struggled with creativity, especially as an entrepreneur. I wanted to make money, but I also wanted to be creative. And I felt like those always butt heads, which is why I created my own company called Creative Truth. Creative Truth, I would say, helps with four main things, and here they are. Number one is going to be access. Your ability to access your creativity, to know what it is you want to do, what it is you want to create, whether it's music, whether it's storytelling, whether it's feeling the emotions that you feel and translating them into words. Everything that we do in this existence is art. So it's really accessing and identifying what is it for me that feels the most meaningful. For me, it's music and storytelling. Number two is going to be deepening. So I find that when it comes to music, for example, there's a lot of music out there that's just sound. I have this really good ability to storytell, and especially if I had music, find the chords that like correspond to what I'm saying in the story. Suddenly there's more meaning in the song that I'm creating. So deepening your creativity and the truth you want to bring to the world is also what living your creative truth looks like. Number three is going to be growing. This is the most exciting part because being known for your art is going to be something you can leverage for the rest of your life in terms of art and in terms of just who you are, but also as an entrepreneur. Where I went wrong and I was not living my creative truth was I kind of put that aside. I was like, okay, I need to make videos teaching people, kind of like what I'm doing now. If I try to be creative with it, people aren't going to see me as professional, people aren't going to understand. Okay, well, let me just be an artist on social media. Let me just make videos that are meaningful and beautiful and they tell a story and they're rich, right? That's good. And also, if you struggle as an artist, you won't have any content that you're ever going to post. So that's what living your creative truth really looks like in terms of social media and growing, is knowing how to document, knowing how to promote, knowing how to storytell, and knowing how to be the dope artist that you are and be known for your craft. Yeah, and I would say the last thing that really allows you to be living your creative truth is monetization. So this is the coolest part about all of this. This is really like what I'm selling in my personal business that I've started because it's so freaking hard, is monetizing you for who you are, making a living just by being yourself. That's pretty crazy. That's a dream come true if you're talking to me. So when it comes to monetization, you do need to access, deepen, and grow first. The reason I'm telling you this is because I went the opposite way. Again, you can start a business on social media. I paid a mentor of mine who's amazing 10 grand to teach me how to monetize my audience, how to make money on social media. And I made 10 grand, but then I stopped the business because I didn't love what I was doing. So monetization is attainable without the access, deepening, and growing of your creative gifts. But you want to start here because now I could have been doing this at the beginning and I'm not. Now I'm teaching you and it's all divine, but like you get what I mean. Don't start with monetization. Start with access and deepening, and then we'll get into the social media stuff. So if you are an ambitious content creator, you are probably feeling the resonance from this video, I hope, because I don't see anybody else making these types of videos on YouTube. It's all just authenticity on camera or how to make 10K a month. So this is really, I'm hoping that you're resonating. Going back to access, let me just give you an example for what each means. This means full creative alignment. So you'll see on the screen now, this was me making videos 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I was very wrapped up in the idea of making money and doing things right and being positioned well in the marketplace. More recently, you'll see that I'm doing more creative stuff. I'm not just teaching to you, I'm doing it. I'm playing the guitar, I'm storytelling, I'm doing all these cool things, right? There's two ends of the spectrum. You could be the guy who is like super creative over here, and then we'll say super robotic over here. And the version of me that was operating on social media before that was actually making money was this version, because I had positioning. So positioning is how people see you, how people perceive you on social media. So if you position yourself as authority, of expert in your field, you are going to be seen as that if you do it well enough. So for me, I had the collared shirt, I had the chain, I had the nice hair, I had the nice background, I had the 4K footage, and I had like a really clear message that I was helping people with. That's great. Now my energy, my authenticity, my creativity, my consciousness, how comfortable I was in my own skin, that was nowhere near creative or authentic. It was very robotic. And because it was robotic, that business did not last, even though it made money. This is one end of the spectrum. The other end of the spectrum is if you are super creative and you also just wear a tank top, you don't have good framing, and your message is all clunky because you believe authenticity is the gift of the world, right? Yes, it's true, but I see too many people on both ends of this spectrum. People are super positioned and robotic, or they're super creative, super authentic, but they look like this. They look like hillbillies or teenagers because they're not like, it's like you want to be a grounded human. It's not about having the suit and tie and being seen as this, but you want to show up as you are. You don't want to come across as a robot who's well positioned or a hillbilly homeless man who's speaking the truth. So what you want to do, and what I believe I've achieved, is be right here, okay? And it's not about being robotic, but it is about preparing. Okay, it's about preparation meeting your authenticity. Even making this video, man, I feel like I have all this energy that I just want to like spill out, and like I want to laugh, I want to say things, I want to play my handpan, and then I want to play my guitar. I want to show you guys what's up with my desk setup, and like there's so many things that I want to do. It's like I can balance that with being prepared and having a message to share with you because I know that that's valuable to you. You know, maybe in another video I play guitar, maybe in another video I do this stuff, but you see what I mean? Like you have to balance being prepared and being authentic, being creative and not being a robot, but just knowing what you're going to say. And that will allow you to be positioned and live your creative truth. And when you can find this balance, I'm a Libra. I don't know if you believe in astrology. I don't even know if I do, but I know that I'm like the balance guy. So like coming from me, you can understand I've been on both ends of this spectrum many times. In the middle is going to be the best. Okay, so we talked about what accessing your creative truth looks like. Now let's deepen it. This is the coolest part. Art acts as a mirror to better understand who you are. So as you deepen your devotion to whatever your art is. It could be music, it could be poetry, it could be storytelling, it could be painting, it could be handpan. Whatever you devote yourself to, you are going to be learning more of who you are. And that is the most meaningful part of all of this. Without making money, without growing on social media, without even being known for what you do, discovering who you are, that is the most meaningful thing. Without that, I don't know what I would do, because creativity, that is the magic of creativity. That's where life feels like you're in Disney World again, where life is magic. You discover more of yourself through the art. So that's what it means to deepen your creative truth. And as you deepen it, you get better at it. So this is what it means to be devoted to your craft. This is a Yamaha LL16 ARE. And this thing's my baby, man. And obviously you know the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours rule, where if you do something for 10,000 hours, you will eventually get good enough at it to be prolific. So I started thinking, okay, so what if every day at 7 a.m. when I woke up, I played guitar for an hour? And then every day at 7 p.m. when the sun's going down, I played guitar for an hour. I did that for only like 3 weeks. And then instantly my ability to play a little bit more creatively started to emerge, and I started to make my own music with my own lyrics, with my own beats, with my own bridges, and I don't know anything about the guitar or how to make music. So that's been the discovery that's been so magical for me, is I'm understanding more of who I am. And then I bought this handpan, and now I can like be the first person to maybe like combine handpan and guitar. If you have found your craft, this is the beautiful process of deepening that craft. So as you deepen, magic becomes real. If you're struggling with living a meaningful life, this is the secret sauce right here, man. So this is very much like when you are in it and when you're creating something that's meaningful to you. Now, when it comes to social media, we're gonna get into that in a moment, but there's actually a lot of meaning that comes from just documenting your journey and devoting yourself to a craft and to experiencing this self-discovery. Growing on social media is a long-term game. I think that if you understand this, you will be relieved and you will want to get started. It doesn't even matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how many likes you have. All of the metrics don't matter at all. You know what really matters? Attention. And you know what matters more than attention? Consistent attention. Let's say you get 200 views on TikTok every time you post. You're like, oh, I'm in 200 view jail or whatever. And this has actually been happening to me. Actually, I just had a video hit 600 after posting for like 4 times per day for 5 days. And now I finally got one that hit 600 views. I posted 4 times every day for 5 days on TikTok. And I got 200 to 300 views every time. So what is 2 to 300 times 4? That is 1,000. So I have 1,000 people looking at me, even though I only have 200 views. Oh no. And I used to have 100K on TikTok and I just restarted that account. So this is a new account. Now I'm getting 1,000 people witnessing my face for an extended period of time of 5 days, or as long as I'm consistent. That's 1,000 people per day seeing me. Imagine what that does for your business, for your art, for your creativity over a month, over a year, over 5 years. So this is my approach to social media. Post and forget. It doesn't have to be a grandiose post. It can be a clip from a YouTube video. It could be an 8-second message. Post something. Something that I always did, when I heard a quote, I would write it down. I'd be like, oh, that's good, I'm gonna remember that. Oh, that's good, I'm gonna remember that. Now, I hear something that moves me and I make a video, I make a TikTok about it. Because not posting is the failure. Posting and getting 30 views is a win. Because if you do that over an extended period of time, those 30 people, 5 of them might see you again, and then again, and then again, and then you do that for 10 years. This is how the biggest brands in the world are built. Consistency, not metrics. So followers don't matter. Like, obviously they do, but the reason I say that is because we are getting to a point where social media is not even a thing anymore. It's interest media. That's what the algorithms want. Everybody can be so tapped in on their algorithm for what they're interested in. Interest over social. If you want to make a living off of who you are and you're an ambitious content creator, or you hope to be, start posting on TikTok, just TikTok, and then post them all on YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts will give you some views too. But if you do that over an extended period of time, people are going to see you, they're going to trust you, they're going to resonate with you because they've seen you hundreds of times over an extended period of time. And you're making their life better every single time. So for me, I haven't even made many videos of me playing guitar and playing handpan, because that's still something that I'm deepening. I'm documenting that journey, of course, but I'm me. I'm making videos about things that move me, about art, about creativity like I am now. I'm making videos about things that piss me off. I'm making all sorts of videos, but if I'm able to show up in front of somebody's face over and over and over and over and over again, and then forget about the metrics, that is what's actually most important. If I get one viral video, I got a bunch of people who watched my thing, but they only saw it once. It doesn't matter at that point. You have to post the 4 other videos that day. And then suddenly you notice all your videos are doing very well. Then you're at a point where you can monetize yourself. So because it's interest over social, we have to be consistent. And I know everybody says consistency is king, but like, this is a different frame. Consistency, just because if you're consistent, like, you build that rapport. If I text you every single morning, like you're my girlfriend, every single morning, you're gonna feel, oh, like I trust this person. He's here again. He's saying good morning again. He's saying good morning again. I'm like, how are you today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know, over time, you're like, this person's pretty cool. Like, I trust this person. I like this person. He sends me nice messages every morning. So consistency is what builds the trust. Don't buy anything from someone if you've seen them one time. You buy something if you've seen it 7 times. By the way, if you're an ambitious creator, please hit the sub. Really be valuable to me and to you if you hit the sub. Monetization, being the creator of your life, being able to make money for who you are, right? So what does that mean? Who are you and why should I pay you money? Well, it's because I think that you have a special embodiment and an inspiring lifestyle. So if you are somebody who has good energy, and this is something I've worked on in the last 3 years, and not being a robot to the camera and really speaking my truth to the camera, because I was scared of this thing for a long time. So that's something that I'm pretty good at. And now I understand that my energy is special because of all those hours on camera trying to feel what part of me was an imposter in performing. So that's what's gonna help you make money, is if people want what you have or who you are. You could be an entrepreneur, you could sell courses, community, one-on-one coaching. And then if you wanna go the artist route, you could do that too. Or the content creator route, you could do that too. You could freaking sign a record deal. You could sponsorships, you could have ad revenue. And the last thing I'll say is probably what's flying most under your radar for how you can really monetize your brand. Co-creations are insane. And that's also why this is actually like the least important thing, is because this is very much a byproduct. Like, I'm not gonna help you freaking land any of this. I'm not that guy for you to help you actually make this money. Yet, I know that all of this and your ability to monetize yourself is going to be a byproduct of growing in a long-term game, of deepening your creative gifts and the self-discovery that comes with that, and then also accessing full creative alignment. When you do the work, you win because you're coming at it from a true place of artistry, from a place of creativity, from a place of service and devotion. And there's one thing that I didn't tell you yet, and this is the truth. You're the only person who's gonna know what your creative truth is and how to live it and how to really create the life of your dreams. I feel like I've been on this journey and I've figured it out for myself. The only thing that I can do is just support you in the best way that I can. And if you feel called to this, if this video spoke to you, the truth is only you know. You know what your creative truth is, just deep down. So you have to face your fears. You have to really seek. I'm an embodiment of this, and a lot of people are embodiments of living their best creative life that feels magical, that is just beyond their dreams. I want to tell you, like, this is possible. This is exciting. Like, this is your one life, and you could really do this if you devote yourself and if you feel like you're the one for it. Yeah, the truth is, like, everybody has these gifts. Everybody's amazing, but not everybody is willing to pursue the path. I hope this video helped you out. I'm gonna go back to living my creative truth. We'll see what today carries, and yeah, may the creative force be with you.